Hey, this is Matt72 Skill here, which is Matt and Sunny, bringing you survival on Carbon. We got to round 30, and this is the setup and strat we used.
So, here we're actually in Juggernaut round, so I'll just cut straight to the strategy. Well, basically we're just running a big loop, like on every single map, you just run the biggest loop that you can. And, yeah, so as you can see, it's pretty crazy at first. We've got attack dogs blowing up everywhere. And
Something going down because he's shit.
Yep. Yeah, me always going down as usual. Yeah, so, basically you want to come into this building. If you can avoid it, but this is usually the best spot to get a few kills. This is what we did at the beginning. And, yeah, so...
Yeah, just sitting around here, yeah, the setups, we're using our ACR/AK again. Yeah, we just find that the best because we're still at low level. Yeah, make sure you have flashbangs like we've said in other videos. Yeah, C4 is helpful. Make sure you also have self-revive a lot. As you can see on the top, I was like going a bit more aggressive than Sunny. He was always running ahead and I was behind shooting all the guys kind of following us. Yeah, also you're trying to pay attention to the path we're taking with Juggernauts, and also pay attention to where they are on the map, because you don't want to stay too far ahead of them, but you also don't want to stay too close that it becomes very, very hard to keep away from them and regenerate health. Notice that there's one coming up on the left of the top screen, and I just go straight around as I see him coming, and it was also because of health.
Yeah, so just like for every single map that we do, we always want to try and pass each sort of like shop, I guess it is, so we can easily access ammo, self-revive and explosives, airstrikes, and whatever we need for the like way around. So then for the Juggernauts, it just makes it a whole lot easier. And here you can see the best way to revive someone is just by throwing a flashbang and then just reviving the person. It really helps more than you think.
Yeah. Also notice that we took the guy's shield off. Probably weren't in the best position to do that, but yeah, once you take a certain amount of damage, your shield comes off, as you probably have seen. And the idea is that you're both ready to go around the corner. As soon as that happens, you can reload, etc. And just keep going at him. Yeah, we cannot stress as much as we could that you need flashbangs. They're like completely vital, because anytime someone goes down, even if they've got self-revive, you still want to use it, because when they take bullet damage, their self-revive goes down, and if it does get, the red bar does go, they don't revive and they go into normal bleeding out.
Yeah, so I guess here's our setup. Yeah, I'm not trying to get past. Well, what we want to do is you want to get one person here for the early rounds and basically just proning or standing up, whichever you're comfortable with, and the other person, as you can see in the top screen, is just shooting off those other enemies. Now in the later rounds, that person at the top screen will actually get easily overrun by all the guys, seeing as their AI just really improves. So, and you also want the other person where the bottom screen is, seeing as you can get overrun really easily, especially without light machine guns and sleight of hand.
And AI also is like how like their programs, like the better their AI, like the better they are, like the harder they are to kill. So like a higher AI would be like would be like them on veteran, compared to like a low AI where they'd be on like recruit level. If you like play campaign or any other COD with like bots, or yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, so next round should be either a normal round or a helicopter round, but for the helicopter round, you basically go into where the airstrike is, and you just have to fend off that area. It seems to work pretty well. I've seen a YouTube channel called Relaxing End, and he uses this strategy, and he got to wave 150, so you can obviously go as far as you want, but we did a silly mistake at round 30, so we didn't actually manage to make it any further.
Yeah, also pay attention, if you didn't see, you might want to rewind it. The first player where he put down claymores, it does help having claymores there. It does just pick them off a bit quicker or do damage. It's probably wouldn't bother doing it at higher rounds, because it's just not going to do anything. It's going to be like pointless. It's going to do like the same amount of a flashbang damage would do now.
Yeah, so with that point again, the claymores are sort of a bit further away than what it should normally be. it's probably the furthest shop away, so you don't really have to use them, but I mean they do help in these early rounds just to make the rounds go a bit faster.
Like if you're over there, say you finish jug round, you're over there. It's helpful just to pick them up because you will want to use them. And yeah, as you can see, we're just aiming through here. It gets a bit harder when it starts to get a bit later on. What you can try is, I haven't tested it, but I think it would work because we were doing it a bit later on, where the person in front is kind of crouched, another one's standing up behind them. It's kind of like using cover a bit, I guess. So you're not taking heaps of damage, but it also it's because it's really cramped there. It's hard to get two people laying prone next to each other there, and then being able to move quick when you start taking damage.
So here there's a helicopter round, and basically we're going straight to the airstrikes. This is a really good area to hold off, but you don't really want to hold off this area in a normal round, seeing as there's just so many more windows. But I'm sure there's other places that you can hide, but we just found this a pretty easy spot. And the good thing about this spot is that you can just throw out airstrikes. In later round I even took down a helicopter with it, and it just weakens them or kills them, and it just really helps.
Yeah, also be careful of that door just where first player is looking, out that area. The helicopters get a lot lower there and they can shoot through, so you'd be very careful, because it nearly got me several times like that. It just gets so much lower than usual. And also be careful of that window, the windows right next to it, because you got to kind of stay back a bit, quite pinned up against the back wall. Otherwise they are going to start damaging you when you're trying to take the enemies out.
And never be afraid when there's an attack dog. When you kill it, it's going to drop C4 on these higher rounds. And you just want to make sure that you run to where the other person is, and you can just fend off that area with them.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier. You just gotta, I think we said that in Resistance as well. We ran from the couch to the behind the table, etc. That's pretty much the same kind of concept as what we use here.
So the best idea, I think, one of the best tips for survival that I can give you, if you haven't unlocked it or you want to use Sleight of Hand, Marathon Pro is not needed. You can do a sprint jump, see what bottom screen's doing right now, and it's faster for survival and tends to be a lot slower for multiplayer, so it's very different. And it just helps you get away from juggernauts or whatever, and you can just have unlimited sprint like that, and it's faster than normal sprinting.
Yeah, everything helps. Like, if you just might want to have that little extra sprint. It's just, you might think, I'm still going to make it to the next corner. Just use it anyway, because you'll have lots more sprint health. Also, look where the top person just put some C4. That's a really good spot, because I don't know if it's happened in this, but it definitely happened later. Yeah, there it is, quad ponage. It's just like they're all, I looked at my map, there was lots of red dots there. Blew my C4 up and got heaps of guys, because they all seem to crowd around there and straight shoot around the side. Also, when you're watching out this spot, make sure you don't start taking heavy damage, because they can do don't get so close that where bottom screen is at the moment, because they do start hitting you through the iron.
Yeah, and don't be always have communication, because they're always just yelling at Matt saying that I'm ready, I really need backup. So that helped. I mean, he can help shoot up if people overtake, if everyone overruns you, and yeah, that's just really helpful.
Anyway, thanks guys for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, subscribe to the channel for more survival gameplay plus Minecraft and multiplayer. There'll be MOAB guides coming up, and even a montage coming up soon, when I can get around to doing it.
Yeah, so just leave a comment on what you guys actually want us to do. We can give you, we can keep stuff such as survival and some multiplayer MOABs and Minecraft, but just give us some ideas on what you actually want to see, because we're doing this for you, so we just want to make sure that you guys are enjoying it as well.
Yeah, so we'll leave you with the last 20 seconds of the video, and yeah, so be sure to rate, comment and subscribe. Thanks.